There's something uniquely terrifying about a mirror. Its cold surface reflecting more than just your face, sometimes showing things that shouldn't be there. Tonight, I'm diving into a bone-chilling true story from 2017 about a family in Salem, Oregon, and a basement mirror that wasn't what it seemed. This is the creepy basement mirror. Isn't what it seems. The user, posting anonymously, described a mirror that turned their new home into a house of dread. I was skeptical. Mirrors are classic horror tropes, easy to fake, but the details were too raw, too specific. I dug deeper, chasing leads through local news, police reports, and an obscure blog by a Salem historian. What I found wasn't just a ghost story, it was a real nightmare, rooted in a family's terror and a mirror that held something ancient and malevolent. Salem, known for its witch trials, has a history steeped in the supernatural, and this tale adds a modern chapter to its dark legacy. Let's go back to June 2017, when the Larson family, Mark, 38, a carpenter, Lisa, 36, a librarian, and their kids, 14-year-old Chloe and 10-year-old Ethan, moved into a 2-story Victorian on Elm Street. The house was a fixer-upper, a steal at auction, with high ceilings, stained glass windows, and a sprawling basement perfect for Mark's workshop. The Larsons were thrilled. Despite the house's quirks, creaky floors, drafty rooms, and a faint, musty smell they blamed on old pipes. The basement, accessed by a narrow staircase, was damp and cluttered, filled with junk from previous owners, rusted tools, broken chairs, and a massive, ornate mirror leaning against the far wall. Its frame was carved wood, blackened with age, the glass cloudy but intact, taller than Mark and heavy as a coffin. Lisa hated the mirror from the start. Its surface seemed to swallow light, and she swore it made the basement colder, like standing near an open freezer. Chloe, a budding artist, thought it was cool, sketching its intricate carvings, swirling vines, faces that looked almost human, but not quite. Ethan, sensitive and shy, avoided the basement, saying the mirror watched him. Mark, practical and focused on renovations, planned to sell it, but moving it was a hassle. It took 3 friends to budget a few feet, and they complained of dizziness, their reflections distorted, like looking through warped glass. The family left it where it was, covering it with a tarp, but the basement became a place they rarely visited, its door often locked. The trouble started a month after they moved in. Lisa began hearing noises at night, soft scratches, like nails on wood, coming from the basement. She'd wake Mark, but by the time he checked, the sound stopped, the basement empty except for that looming mirror, its tarp undisturbed. Chloe started having nightmares, vivid dreams of a woman in a black dress, her face hidden, standing in front of the mirror, beckoning her. In the dreams, the woman's voice was a hiss saying, "Look closer." Chloe's sketches turned dark, filled with eyeless faces and claw-like hands, all circling a mirror. Ethan grew quieter, refusing to sleep alone, whispering about the lady who lives downstairs. Lisa, a skeptic, blamed the stress of the move, but even she felt uneasy, catching glimpses of movement in her peripheral vision, always near reflective surfaces. By August, the disturbances escalated. The basement door, locked each night, was found ajar at dawn, the air inside icy, smelling of decay. Mark installed a bolt, but it didn't help. The door rattled as if someone were pushing from the other side. One night, Lisa woke to find Ethan standing at the top of the basement stairs, sleepwalking, muttering, She wants me to see." She grabbed him, her heart racing, and noticed the mirror's tarp on the floor, though no one had been downstairs. The next day, Chloe's phone, left charging in the kitchen, was found in the basement, its screen cracked, showing a blurry photo of the mirror, taken at 2:47 a.m. No one admitted to taking it, and the family's security system showed no intruders, just static during those hours. Mark decided to get rid of the mirror. He called an antiques dealer, who inspected it and paled, refusing to touch it. "That's no ordinary mirror," he said, mentioning rumours of a 19th century Salem family, the Hawthorns, who practised occult rituals in the house. The mirror, he claimed, was linked to their matriarch Abigail, who vanished in 1892, suspected of witchcraft. Mark laughed it off, but Lisa wasn't so sure. She researched the Hawthorns, finding a grainy photo of Abigail, her eyes piercing, standing beside a mirror that looked eerily like theirs. The Larsons hired a moving crew, but the mirror wouldn't budge, as if rooted to the floor. One worker fled, claiming his reflection moved independently, smirking when he didn't. That night, the scratches returned, louder, now joined by a whisper, faint but clear. "Stay." The family's fear turned to desperation. Chloe woke screaming, claw marks on her arms, though her door was locked. Ethan drew pictures of the mirror, its glass filled with faces, all screaming. Lisa saw her reflection blink in the bathroom mirror, her own face twisting into a grin she didn't make. Mark the skeptic broke down when he found his tools arranged in a circle around the basement mirror, the tarp folded neatly beside it. They called a local priest, Father Daniel, who arrived with holy water and a crucifix. In the basement, he began a blessing, but the mirror's glass rippled like water disturbed by a stone. A voice, female, guttural, growled, "Mine!" The holy water hissed, evaporating on the floor, and Father Daniel staggered, his nose bleeding, as the temperature plummeted. He urged the Larsons to leave, calling the mirror a door to something unholy. In September, the horror peaked. Lisa was alone, the kids at school, Mark at work, when she heard a crash from the basement. She grabbed a flashlight, her pulse hammering, and descended the stairs. The mirror was uncovered, its glass clear, reflecting not the basement, but a dark, endless void. A figure emerged in the reflection, a woman in a black dress, her face pale, her eyes black pits, her mouth stretched in a silent scream. Lisa froze as the woman reached out, her hand pressing against the glass from the inside, the surface bulging. The whisper returned, now a scream. "Look!" Lisa ran, but the stairs seemed to stretch, the air thick, pulling her back. She reached the door, slamming it, and called 911, sobbing. Police found nothing, no figure, no void, just the mirror, its glass cloudy again. The Larsons moved out that week, staying with relatives, their house abandoned. They hired a paranormal investigator, Sarah Klein, who spent a night in the basement. Her EMF meter spiked, her camera capturing a shadow moving across the mirror, though no one was there. She recorded an EVP, a voice hissing, "Abigail." Sarah sealed the mirror in a crate, blessing it with salt, and had it buried in an undisclosed location, warning it could never be uncovered. The house was sold, but new owners reported unease. Though the mirror was gone, the Larsons never returned to Salem, their lives scarred. Chloe needs therapy, Ethan fears mirrors, and Lisa wakes to whispers she can't explain. I've read Sarah's report, Seen Chloe's sketches, now archived in a Salem library. I tracked down a neighbour who heard the Larson screams, saw their fear. The Hawthorne legend checks out. Abigail's disappearance, her occult ties, documented in 1890s journals. The mirror's photo, taken by Sarah, shows a faint face in the glass, even when empty. Was it Abigail, trapped in a ritual gone wrong? A demon using her form? Or something older, drawn to Salem's cursed soil? A warning that some reflections hold more than your face. So, what's in your mirror? What's watching when you look away? Avoid the glass, because it's closer than you think.